what is happening under the umbrella of the Catch project in the Netherlands is fundamentally collaborative research. And in that case, those prototypes get built. And the people using them use them for musicological purposes, for literary critical purposes, for whatever. So it's a question of designing the field of interaction to be the point. And with contributing research coming from the specialists who build the prototypes. And that institutional field needs to be defined or plotted out or constructed. I think, and that is happening, and that happens wherever that collaborative engagement is given a chance.
Reply on the issue of prototype. I don't know if I got it correctly, but I think it has different dimensions, according to me. Because, well, 50 years ago, concordances were a prototype. 30 years ago, tools that allow you to calculate association scores were a prototype. Now they're not any longer. I mean, there are tools that allow you to do these things, for free and easily and so on. I guess what has changed? Well, I think that something has changed surely on the technological side because something has been made more robust, more easily available and so on. But not only. I think also something has changed on the user side. The reason why, I don't know, for me, concordances, those other tools or search engine don't look at you as prototypes is because they know how to use them, and you know which type of questions you can make to them. While still some of our ways to look at application of mathematical method to text is still not so much understood, in the sense that there is a lot of lack of culture, especially in the humanities, on how can we use quantitative methods, computational methods to answer our research issues. So I'm afraid that some of the prototype applicative methods is a more kind of subjective feeling of something which is closer to what are the things that you expect to be able to search, to want to search, and what are still something which is not explored with respect to the potentialities. So it's a road that you have to do together. You cannot only expect that technologies come closer to you, you have to go closer to technology, I guess.
If I can add something about that, it is a very interesting question. I would like to come back to the conclusion of Professor McCarthy that I appreciate a lot. So, if I understood well, is probably the best result of the new methods is to increase the quality of our questioning about an object, what you said. Yes, I think this is very important. And I would like to suggest, as an historian, a couple of examples in which this happened and changed really the scientific status of a discipline. The first example is the application of computer analysis to taxonomy, taxonomical work, with the origin of what is defined as the cladistic theory. From the first 20 years about, what the computer analysis reproduced was exactly the traditional taxonomy, not confirming practically, totally the traditional Linnaean society. But then there was a new way of questioning the data, and Richard Lewontin and Steve Gould produced a new model of evolution, punctuative equilibria, that had not been possible without the data collected by computers, with computers. So this is my first example. The second example is evidence-based medicine, which is by now considered as the third scientific revolution in medicine after the original clinics at the beginning of the 19th century and the development of experimental medicine from the second half of the 19th century. So evidence-based medicine is using the traditional data of clinical experiments, clinical trials, or simply clinical observation in every hospital to create a new way of looking at causation and explanation in medicine. Even in this case, for 2 decades, computers was used in hospitals just to collect reports, just to collect clinical data, until someone started to think on the possibility to use these data to new questionings. And by now, evidence-based medicine is suggesting a new way of looking at causality and explanation in medical sciences. So let's hope that this new way of questioning can arrive also in history and the humanities in order to create new way of looking at the problems.
If I may add, the example of cladistics is a good one, because it was used as the basis of software written in the UK to do manuscript analysis, and has produced some brilliant results of the interrelationships of manuscripts, using cladistics as a method and a metaphor of the interrelation of these manuscripts. Now, has it revolutionized the world of manuscript studies? In some small patches, perhaps. But again, the historical question runs into the historical contingencies of anything. We have the problem of why we have a QWERTY keyboard, when it clearly is technologically not the best keyboard we could have. There's a nice article on that, and why we don't have Betamax. All of these examples that come to mind. It's a question of, is the audience there? Are there other factors at play? And in the case of literary criticism, my whole argument was the way that literary critics have thought about what they did that got into computing was the wrong way around. And so computing hasn't gone anywhere in literary criticism because the theoretical understanding of what people are doing was based on a model that the people that think about these models have long ago abandoned.
Thanks a lot. Sorry, we are out of time. So thanks to the speaker, and thanks also to the audience for attending this long session.
Ricordo a tutti che è previsto un rinfresco in piedi qui.